Jack Shabrowski here. Let's talk a little bit about Marketing 495, Marketing Policies. 495 Marketing Policies course is a culminating experience course here at UNLV. The UNLV Culminating Experience courses focus on intellectual breadth and lifelong learning. And so from that perspective, Marketing 495 is designed to ensure that marketing graduates have in-depth knowledge and the skills necessary to actually do marketing. The UNLV Culminating Experience also has a focus on inquiry and critical thinking. And of course, you heard the term critical thinking a lot. Critical thinking really revolves around the concept of being able to critically evaluate a situation, identify problems and their causes, articulate questions, and use various forms of research and reasoning to guide the collection, analysis, and the use of information related to those problems. The UNLV Culminating Experiences also has a focus on communication. Our goal here is to ensure that marketing graduates can write and speak effectively in both general and specialized terms and for generalized and specialized audiences. You can create effective visuals that support written or spoken communication and use electronic media common to the marketing field or profession. The UNLV Culminating Experience also has a focus on global and multicultural knowledge and awareness. As such, Marketing 495 is designed to ensure that marketing graduates have developed a knowledge of global and multicultural societies and understand the impact that they have on both consuming behavior and marketing success. The UNLV Culminating Experience also focuses on citizenship and ethics. Our goal is to ensure marketing graduates can participate knowledgeably and actively in the public life of our communities and make informed, responsible, and ethical marketing decisions. The course philosophy, well, students might consider 495 as one of those classes that you have to have, that's required and has to be checked off your graduation list. A better way to look at this course is as a bridge from undergraduate studies to a professional career in marketing. I have a great saying that I use in class over and over again, and that saying is, if you want professional marketing done, you need to hire a professional marketer. And a professional marketer is someone who is trained in marketing, both the theory and practice of marketing. And you, when you graduate, will have been trained in professional marketing. I recommend that you view this class like a company where you are employed. To some degree, we're all in this together. Your learning depends on your efforts, but also the efforts and the preparedness of other students, and of course, my efforts. As the instructor, I'm not merely an observer in a case study course. I am the guide to the discussions. I try to create challenging arguments and assignments for you. I try to provoke debate, summarize the learning that occurs, and more. My goal is to encourage you and create opportunities for you to be the best prepared you can as you graduate from UNLV and embark on careers in marketing. I'm engaged in each of the assignments. I do have an opinion and a view on every topic, and I'll try to keep my opinions out of the discussion as much as I can. And my goal is to get you to think critically. You can approach this class with the goal of applying a minimum effort to get a possible passing grade in the course. When I went to school at the University of Wisconsin in Madison, I had an office mate by the name of Fu Sung Tung, and Fu used to always say, the goal in every class is to get the lowest A, not the highest A, but the lowest A. So you put the minimum amount of work in to get the highest possible grade. And every once in a while, Fu would take a class and he wouldn't get an A in it. And I would say, what happened? And he would say, well, I'm like Icarus. I flew a little too close to the sun. But my goal is to motivate you to learn as much as you can in this course. Learning should be fun, but it's also hard work. I will try to I will try to help you be the best prepared marketing student you can. And I will also, I can't force you to learn, but I will encourage you to learn. And I hope that you'll be willing to take the responsibility for your own education, especially when we have an asynchronous online class where it requires self-discipline and self-motivation. In 1980, I had a dean where I was teaching, and his name was Daryl Davis. And he used to say, if they're laughing, they ain't learning. Well, learning should be fun, but it's also challenging. Learning is hard work. Otherwise, everybody would have an education. It does you no good if the teacher gives you the answers. And in fact, they're cheating you out of your chance to think critically. And I'll simply not do that. It also does you no good if the teacher tells you you're doing great when you're not. I will not do that either. I will try to evaluate every assignment that you turn in critically but fairly with the goal of creating an opportunity for you to learn as much as you can while you are in this course. Some possible course formats that are used in these culminating experience classes. Well, in this class, we're going to be using video lectures and then the end of lecture questions and assignments. We'll be looking at some classic cases, cases that are sort of well known, like the famous old Frito-Lay case. We might look at some recently published cases, Harvard or other cases. We don't do very much of that in my classes because it's simply too easy for you to go up online and use a little AI to come up with reasonable solutions, and that's really not really what I would consider to be learning about marketing. Live cases, current marketing problems, hypothetical issues in cases. Specifically with things maybe that I've had involved in recent consulting experiences. I like simulations. We won't be using them in this course, but I do think simulations have their place in education. And of course, discussions of current topics and issues. An example might be the lack of success of the Fontainebleau here in Las Vegas after they have opened a beautiful hotel, but have really not found their footing of being a highly successful casino hotel operation. Um, our particular course format will be video lectures to set the stage. They'll mostly be voiceover PowerPoints, some live cases, some current topics and issues, and lots of small assignments to get you actively engaged in the course. Our most frequent activity will be some sort of discussion cases where the class assignment will be to discuss, evaluate a case, current topic, or hypothetical problem. We're likely to have a lot of class assignments that revolve around the particular topic of interest for the day. An important note: well, I know some of you approach school without being prepared for classes. This really isn't a class where you can just show up and randomly discuss a case or a topic, or write a write up of a case or topic without actually doing a little background work and homework. So be ready and be prepared, and let's have some fun and let's learn some.